Good morning, guys. It's Mazi again, and I'm here to share my daily outlook with you guys. So yeah, currently on this trade. I'm currently on this trade. Yeah, since on Friday, and NFP came and did this move, right? Reclaim this low again, reclaim this low, and we are now seeing the rejection. I don't know if it's going to come and deliver, but I was actually targeting here before. I just extended it this morning to this point here. Okay, this morning, and I call this trade live for those persons who frequent my live stream. I go on live stream on TikTok where I do what? I analyze trade live and we trade together. So as I'm doing my daily outlook, it can be confusing for some of you who have not been to my live stream. You start wondering, what is this guy saying? So if you want to understand, make sure you come to my live stream. And how do you know when I go live? Click the link on my bio, join my Telegram community, and I will notify you guys when I'm going live, because I don't have a stipulated time I go live. I just go live when I want to trade or I want to teach. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. I have one trading coming on good. Yes, on good. So yeah, one will say, where is the whole thing originating from? It is actually originating from the weekly. For those who know how I validate my structure, we know that this is the value structure where gold is reacting from, obviously, because we've been able to validate it. If you want to know, come to my live stream. So we've been able to validate this structure, and here we can clearly see a sweep, right? And this sweep has not caused a breakout yet until it breaks out this line here. That becomes a breakout, meaning an incoming weekly structure. But we don't wait until weekly structure is confirmed. Our goal is to move down to the lower time frame to see if we can trade it and get that breakout. So on the daily, I can clearly see that, yeah, on this daily, this is where we got the sweep that caused the breakout, left an intraday liquidity, price came into our demand zone or our point of interest and caused another sweep, give a breakout, give an intraday liquidity, came back into our point of interest, but from there, this is where we took our first trade. For those who remembered, when I normally come to the live stream, I took a trade here, took our second trade around here. Third trade was supposed to be here, but it did not give us a third trade, but it's fine, right? We milked it. So for now, what am I looking forward to? Let's go to the 4 hours. Let's go to the 4 hours. So I can see this incoming structure. And for those who know how we validate structure, we validated this structure, that this is a valid structure, but one criteria is missing, which is inducement. Low, swept, breakout confirmed. Inducement is what is missing. And I'm expecting maybe inducement in form of an engineer liquidity, or price will just create another structure that lacks inducement that is still not valid. So price can use the low, take it as inducement, come into this our demand zone, then we'll continue the buys to the upside. Except weekly wants to do a deep correction, but weekly cannot correct when it has not caused a breakout yet. Okay, so still have a long way to go with these buys. Let me go to BTC. I have one on BTC. So looking at BTC here, this is a trade we analyzed yesterday on TikTok live, and we were able to validate this as an incoming structure. This is the inducement perfectly outlined. So what are we waiting for gold to do this? I say gold, for BTC to do this, and we buy and get out of here. We already have a buy that is running. It's been on for a while now. Okay, this is second entry to continue these buys to this point. All right. And somebody will say, oh, how did you get the idea? Let me just do a sharp run through of the whole thing. Yeah, we were able to validate from the monthly that this low is where price most likely will reverse from the monthly. We validated the structure, and not just that, we discovered that from this zone, this guy caused a sweep. So because of that, we went down to the daily time frame. All these things I'm saying might sound different, might sound funny, or you don't understand. Please come to my live stream if you want to understand. We analyze there and we trade together. Okay, so looking at this now, for those who know how I analyze, we can clearly see a sweep here, a breakout here, inducement left here, and this is the high, swing high. This is a swing low of the daily time frame. So whenever daily decides to readjust, we trade off the daily from the valid zones. But for now, we are not interested in the daily because we are swing traders. All right, so we just look for the recent swing you can trade, because now we are riding this swing from here. This is a new swing that is coming, and our goal is to ride it. We just ride swings, no time. 4 hours time frame. And on the 4 hours time frame, we analyzed it live on TikTok. We took the trade live on TikTok. Yes, this trade, yeah. We took it live on TikTok and we are still holding. We were able to validate this structure. This is the inducement, came into this zone, caused a sweep, a breakout, inducement. We took our trade here. Here we can see we validated this structure yesterday. Yes, we validated this guy yesterday, caused a sweep, a breakout, inducement is cooking. We're waiting for boom, continuation. No stress. Let me see if I still have other pairs that I have an outlook on. Let me see. Is there anything I'm anticipating here? Though I've not done top-down analysis for most of the pairs. I've not done anything for most of the pairs. I've not done anything for most of the pairs. I've not really done anything. I haven't done anything for most of the pairs. Okay. Same thing that happened on Bitcoin also is happening on Ethereum. Ethereum also has given the same word structure. We were able to validate this structure yesterday, and we are expecting our inducement, for price to come here, tap into this zone, and continue to the upside. But too bad Ethereum has not confirmed that, does not confirm that. So we are still waiting. We are patiently waiting. Somebody will say, oh, where did you originate the whole idea from? Okay, let me show you guys. It's not rocket science. Okay, we can clearly see, if we want to look at this, right, and say, where is our structure? We can clearly spot, this is the weekly, we can clearly spot this low to this high. This low caused a breakout, gave us a pullback here. We can see the pullback here in form of an inducement resting inside the 50% zone. These are parallel to the highs and the low. This is 50%. So this is an inducement. Price is supposed to come down into this point and move to the upside. But what did price do? Price chose to use a breaker block instead. Tapped into our breaker block and did a continuation, though the range has been delivered. Okay, the range has successfully been delivered. It has successfully been delivered on the what? Yes, delivered. But now, while making pullback, we're still able to validate this low, and this low has an inducement. You can see where it's reacting from. Okay, reacting from a valid POI on the weekly. That's for Ethereum. So that is why we are taking these buys. Now, where are we taking these buys to? Okay, till we get a breakout above this zone. Yes, till we get a breakout above this zone. So for now, we're allowed to go to the daily time frame. Okay, and ask, what is the daily time frame doing? Daily time frame, what are you doing? Speak to us, what are you doing? And daily time frame said, from the look of things, this is the value structure I've created for you with a breakout. I left here a very beautiful inducement also. Then at this point here, I am just ranging. I don't know what I'm doing. So we said, okay, daily, you don't know what you're doing. Fine, let's leave here and go down to 4 hours. All right, so looking at 4 hours, 4 hours is saying, oh, guys, don't worry, focus on me. I know what I'm doing. I'm very, very clean. Yeah, and 4 hours showed us, yeah, we validated this structure. We caused a breakout, pullback, inducement, price used it, came into this our demand zone, you can see, and give us what? A breakout, caused an inducement. We started buying, though we did not trade this, we traded BTC. Okay, now we started buying. Okay, now it's telling us that, oh, I have an incoming structure. For those of you who know how to validate structure, you can trade me, so we can create a structure for those other people who are waiting for a structure to fully form. They will still come back and trade it with them. So you can see here a sweep and a breakout, left an inducement. But now the thing is, the inducement, the inducement is just lower than our source candle here. It's lower than our source candle. So we put our entry at that inducement, but too bad it did not tag us, just started moving. It's fine. One of those things. The market is still here tomorrow, next tomorrow, and we'll still be here. So no pressure. We're not rushing to anywhere. So check if there's any other thing. If there's is there any other, and it's a wrap. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on my next video, on my next outlook video. Bye, guys.